Scholars and researchers from both sides of the Pacific met last week in Circular Quay, Sydney, for the first annual Japanese and Australian Masculinity Symposium. Symposium organiser and senior sociology lecturer at the University of Wollongong, Dr. Michael Flood, says the symposium is crucial to helping young fathers break free from the rigid gender roles of the past.
The event today is hosted by the Centre for Research on Men and Masculinities, and it's bringing together Japanese and Australian scholars on men and masculinities. What we're looking at is comparing the ways in which men's lives are shifting in Australia and Japan, and the responses of governments and women's movements and indeed men's groups to those changes in men's lives.
The symposium comes off the back of recent findings by McCrindle Research that young fathers are increasingly hands-on with their children, but becoming less adept at traditionally male skills like fixing a leaky tap or changing a tyre. Professor Lynn Craig of the Social Policy Research Centre was one of the key brains behind the symposium. She attributes the trend to young fathers choosing to spend more time with their children as it becomes more socially acceptable for men to be the primary caregivers.
Young men are doing more of the hands-on care than was the case for previous generations. So they're certainly changing nappies and looking after kids. I also see them taking kids shopping a lot, which is something that fathers used not to be alone with children all that much, and now they are definitely taking on not only the more maternal care tasks.
For his part, Dr. Flood hopes the symposium will give young fathers the confidence to talk about their experiences of parenthood and engage with their children on a deeper level.
Historically in Australia and elsewhere, to be a man was to be tough, to be resourceful, to be skilled at practical tasks like changing a tyre or building a fire or defending yourself and so on. And those expectations too have shifted. So there's more room. I think this is a positive thing. There's more room for men these days to be nurturant, to be sensitive, to be tender, and that's flowing into what it means to be a father.
The Japanese and Australian Masculinity Symposium will meet again in early 2016. Anika Chapman, UTS News.